Welcome to a scan of Module 7 in the Work That Makes Sense suite. Hello, I'm Gwendolyn Galsworth, creator of this system, its narrator and host. Safety and workflow improvement continue in this session as teams learn and apply the logic of smart placement across principles 8 through 14. The session agenda. Direct changes to the could-be map is the driver for the next 7 smart placement principles taught in this module, this time focused on wider issues of flow, function, and motion. Then, after a scan of the paper doll layout technique, teams organize and present their change thinking for feedback and for support. Module 7 is content-rich and very hands-on. Here's one of the 2 content samples for Module 7, a reminder of 3 smart placement outcomes, then an introduction to Principle 10, Design to Task. In the actual module, this is followed by 5 more workplace applications to strengthen the learning. Let's name smart placement's smart outcomes. First, smart placement shrinks the footprint. You've noticed this already as you've worked on the first 7 principles. Area items got moved closer to each other in a more logical relationship. Distance decreased, if only right now on a piece of paper, your map. Second, your work becomes safer because your work area becomes safer. This is the natural result of shrinking the footprint. You'll go even further today with the second set of principles. As big safety problems shrink, you can then focus on and find smaller, less concrete forms of danger, the danger we call risk. And third, quality improves. It has to. When the footprint shrinks, the layout becomes more logical, as I've said. Motion becomes a science for you. The result, an increasingly reliable, repeatable flow that you can and eventually will control at will and at the will of your customer. Now that's smart. And now let's go on to the second set of 7 principles. Smart Placement Principle 10. Co-locate different items designed to task. In Principle 9, the one we just covered, we sort items into handy buckets because they are similar. We co-locate them so we can see the differences in how they are alike. In Principle 10, we locate different items needed for the same task, and we locate them in the same location, designed to task. The location is squarely focused on a precise activity, the work. In a manner of speaking, we kit. We do this not in order to organize things into families, but in order to accomplish a task efficiently and exactly, fully equipped, fully loaded. It's the task that determines the location of the items. For example, here in this orange box, which you studied when we were looking at Put It on Wheels. Inside the box are a range of items and tools needed to secure electrical wiring harnesses onto a trailer frame. This is at Royal Notenboom Trailers in Holland. The box and everything in it is designed for that specific task, and no other. Sharing the same purpose, everything is co-located. Do you see? And by the way, if you can't read the words that are on this box, it's because they're in Dutch. But loosely translated, they mean fix all swivels, make sure water loops are fitted. The second content sample introduces Principle 12, Store Things Not Air, which in the actual module is then followed by 5 more examples, again to anchor the learning. Smart Placement Principle 12, Store Things Not Air, squeeze out the air. What maintenance department has enough room? Not many. But if we look closer, we might notice unused space in unexpected places. When the visual thinkers in the maintenance department at Denison Hydraulics noticed a wide open wall above the entryway, they thought, why not use that space for something instead of for nothing? Why not apply Store Things Not Air and see if we could find a home for something up there? And that's exactly what they did. They found a home for pulleys and coils on that wall. And here's the logic of Store Things Not Air. The company pays for this wall whether it is used or not. Unused, the blank wall is what I call negative space. Use it, and the same space becomes a positive contribution to the company's bottom line. It's contributing. It becomes positive space. Across the 72 fully animated, fully narrated slides in this module, your teams discover yet more smart placement applications that improve the current layout of function in their work areas. As their conceptual and practical understanding grows, so does the willingness to own and implement these solutions that make work make sense.